All right, boys, in today's video, I'm going to be making a PvP tier list. Obviously, I'm not going to be ranking every character. You don't need to know that Blue Jericho is unrunnable, right? Or good stuff, right? I'm not going to be ranking those. We're going to be mainly just talking about the meta right now and how it stands, and then the ranking most of the recent characters, right? Like, even though I think Alana sucks, I will rank her, unfortunately. So start with what I believe, well, let's start with the obvious best unit in the game for PvP, which is Hell. I will do another tier. I will do SS. I usually like to do a lot of tiers. This time I'm gonna try and keep it simple. We'll have SS, and that's her. Okay. She is obviously what you play around. When you play PvP, when you make a team, you think about Hell. You're like, okay, can this team defeat Hell? No, all right, I'm not on this team. That's how it works, right? We look at a new unit. The first thing we think of is, yo, can this guy deal with Hell, right? Like Tristan, watch my video. I'm pretty sure the first thing I was like, this guy have buff removal. Nope, is what it is. He's useless, right? Like, she is the main character. Okay, oops, she's the main character. We have to play around her. She's the best. I don't really have to explain why. So let's just move on. Now I'm just gonna go from. Let's start at Meliodas now. Let's do Meliodas now. Meliodas is not quite there. They're here. I think that they can be here, but they're more reliant on other units, whereas Hell is just like a one-man show, right? But Meliodas can be killed. Meliodas can be defeated. It's as crazy as it sounds. They somehow made a unit that's even more disgusting than these guys, and I said these guys ruin PvP. But funnily enough, I don't think Hell ruined PvP. I actually think Hell is healthy for the meta. Believe it or not. Right, I think she's quite healthy for the meta. Let's talk about, so that's the demon team, goddess team main character, that's the unknown team main character. Let's talk about the human team main character, which is difficult. Who do you pick there? Do you pick Sid? Do you pick Lancelot? Who do you pick? Humans also kind of don't really have a team right now. But let's start with Lancelot. I think Lancelot is probably, unfortunately, I will have to say A tier. He's the coolest festival. He's so easy to be made broken, but the whole thing in the game right now is that they decided, since Milim and then also Lancelot, they're like, okay, we can't have turn one shots anymore, so we're gonna be nerfing those. And although Milim has other things she can do, and she also has Hell now, Lancelot doesn't really have any of that. His team doesn't have access to good buff removal. His team doesn't have access to a good infect even, right? Both of those are tied to Levi technically, but he sucks, so it's like really hard to run him. And Lancelot also needs more setup, whereas these guys can just go and click their cards. These guys put the shield, their team does things, and then they like wipe the whole field. I'm tempted to put them there. I think I might be a little unfair, but I'm trying to be really harsh. I think Hell is going to be the only unit I put in here. Hell and one more. There's one more unit I'm going to put in there. But yeah, I think, yeah, Lancelot, unfortunately, he just doesn't have it. He's easily savable, and we're going to get 4 Koa. It's like old mail where we're like praying, oh, you're gonna get, oh, Goddess is gonna get support, y'all. We know we're gonna get more 4 Koa units, right? We're gonna get more fairies, we're gonna get more humans. Like, we're chilling on that front, so I'm not worried about him. But yeah, it is very sad. It is very sad. Now let's talk about number 1 terrorist over here, Bloody Merlin. I'll have to put an SS2. The damage cap is way too strong. The damage cap in combination with Hell is even stronger. Her damage is crazy. She has infect, which is disgusting, and this meta that's super strong. And she does crazy damage. Now actually there's one more SS unit, and I'm glad to put him there. And some people might disagree with me, but I know every time he hits the field, I'm like, oh damn. So my guy Rimmer, he's up here too. Yep. Hey, and you know who's not up there? You know who's not up there? And I'm gonna put her lower. Milim. Hey, how the tables have turned. My go Rimuru, everyone. Oh my god, his LR sucks. It didn't even do anything. He just got some stats. Blah 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 blah. I mean, you're right. I say the same thing. But hey, look who's on top now. Look, bro. When this guy came out, and I said this guy is not going to age out ever, and then certain people, just a large group of people, that may or may not have had a podcast back then, and were predominant global players, were telling me, dude, you have no clue. This guy's gonna be on global, not even gonna be meta. And then on global, he ruled the game. And then they had to warp the game around Rimuru and change how they designed units. And now the second they stop it, he's back. The second they go back to blue buffs, he's back. Just like that. Arnold has a good team. and the blue buffs are in the meta, yeah, you can't. Hey, that's all the letters of Rimmer's name right there. So can't have him. I will put him in SS. He's great in the front. He's great in the back if you run the fraudulent team. He makes the game so much easier for you. If you're facing Hell as a Hell, right? He essentially wins you the mirror matchup immediately. If you have him, your opponent does, you win no matter what the third unit is, unless. Hey, I'm actually gonna put him there too, because current meta, it is what it is, bro. You can't deny it. Tier is up here too. Tier Tier most likely is better. The only thing Tier doesn't have is infect, but if you can run you can run these three right here, right? Or you can run these three right here, and that's probably the best health tier. Right, or and I have to fight him now because he's not recent, unfortunately. I still think that he should be just banned. But it is what it is. Let me find him, or like just lock the PV or something. I don't know. Where is Lil Bro at? Oh, he released before this. Hold on. Where is he? Oh no, it's not sorted the way I thought it was. How is it sorted? Random. Sort of random. Well, Fraudrin is also there, right? You can squeeze in Fraudrin. Okay, well, I swear I just saw him. I swear I just saw him here, right here. I'm gonna pause. Okay, as I went to my other screen, I like hovered him. I was like, oh, okay, there you go. Right? Like you can run this team, these three, with one of these backlines, or you can just run one of these three and like switch these out, right? And that's probably the best team in the game right now in PvP. So I have to put them in SS because this is who you play around. This is like the thing is, most people didn't summon for Tier because you shouldn't have. Okay, there's no point in summoning for him. There's not much value in him right now. Rimuru most people have. Merlin, everyone has. And Hell, I think I made pretty clear it's a must summon, and I think most people also said she's a must summon, right? Right, it was like the banners you should have summoned on this year were Meli, Red Cyril if you cared about goddesses, but even then it was hard to justify. Mael, and Hell. No, that's it, yeah. So Hell people should have, and I mean I see her ever in PvP, so I know people have her. So yeah, right. Fraudulent, I cannot put in SS. I'll put him in S because there is ways to play around him. There's ways to play around him. Unfortunately, I will put him here though. Because he makes it. Well, he's someone you have to literally play around, think about as well when you play. I don't think about Meliodas. When I make a team, I don't think, oh, can I break Meliodas' shield with this card, even though that has no effect? Maybe. I don't think about that. I don't think about, do I have enough damage to kill them through revive? Maybe. I don't think about that, right? I don't think about, oh, Mael and everything. Speaking of, let's go Mael. Or Esterosa. What did we call them? Do we call them Corrupted Mael? Yeah, I think we call them Corrupted Mael, right? In our videos? Yeah, we do. He's up here too. He's up here too. He's really strong. Not quite enough to make it up here, unfortunately. So, it is what it is. Now, I'm actually going to say... So, these are like meta. Okay, I'm going to do... meta, right, in gray, and then I'm gonna make another tier above here, and that's filler. Okay, filler for teams you have meta units for. Okay, so everything below this is units that you can use, they work, but only if you have, like, let's say you have Hell and Merlin, but you don't have either of these two. You could run one of these guys down there to be fine. Okay, but they require you to have the foundation of a good team. Okay, and one of those units is that I just saw is about Bun. Honestly, I'll put Bun here, but also I saw her here and I wanted to put her here because I love her. There you go, Vittoria. I think she's here. You can put in the unknown team. You go second, you cleanse all your debuffs if they put any on you. She does good damage. She has utility. She scales well. Hey, she's her. Deanne unfortunately sort of fell off. There's not much. I will put her here as well. Yeah, I can't put her in meta. I can't put her in meta, unfortunately. Subnax, same thing. Good filler. I wouldn't quite put her. I might actually put her here because she makes single target buff removal like tiers worse, because you have to get for her to get to hell first. And then once you get, if you get for her, but then you don't want to use another card to get rid of like the hell boss or something, then next turn she's gonna put up the taunt again, and then it's like, oh, okay, well. So I will actually put an A tier. I think she's good enough to be an A tier. Damn, Really isn't much. I'll put this guy as here as well, right? You can put him in a Lancelot team. Sid, I'll have to put in A tier as well. He's strong, very strong. His team does so much disgusting things, but his team doesn't have an answer to... Actually, we'll put him here even. His team doesn't have an answer to hell, which is a problem, right? He's very difficult, and that he works... But the human fairy team doesn't work the way it should work, because the other fairies, Alpha and Beta, they don't work with humans, they work with Shadow and fairies, right? If they work with humans, we'd have a different story. We could have some teams here. Or rather, if the fairies worked with... If LR King worked with Sid, you would run both of these together. This guy would petrify hell. Then you infect, do damage, whatever, kill hell again, next turn you petrify again, boom. But he doesn't get the rank up because this guy's not a fairy. Okay, that's the main issue, right? That's why he has to be here. But Sid himself is very impressive. Very, very impressive. Very strong unit. Same with Alpha. I think she's better, but she's even more restricted. So I should put her down. Right? I think Sid is easier to make look good and impact your game than Alpha. But Alpha is better, just more restricted, right? Whereas this guy, you don't need certain 4 units. Like, she needs one certain team essentially, otherwise she doesn't work. This guy has a bit more flex, so I will value him higher, and he's also more of a carry. She's not more of a carry. Her cards can do good damage, sort of, but this guy is most likely going to be the one that does all the damage in your team, right? And he has infect, which is like crazy because this thing exists, and infect in general, which is good. So I will put her here, although I don't think the gap is that big. Okay. So take that as you like. Demon King, I think, is a good option for if you have a good Demon Team foundation. He cannot be the main character of the Demon Team, but he's there. Demiurge and Estarossa. Estarossa I actually put higher because he is surprisingly very good against Hell. He was on the right earlier, so now he's definitely on the left, right? That's how it works, because I put some units out. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Estarossa, I would put here, because he deals with buffs. Essentially, he deals with buffs. He has good utility for the team. He is better, right? These guys in a demon team, like, these 3 need to be together at all times. Whatever team you play them on, this guy has to be with them on the goddess team, this guy has to be with them on the demon team. And they need these 2, right? They're not self-dependent. They do need these characters. So I think these 3 come as a bundle. These guys are just like really strong units that don't quite make people warp the team around them. So I can't put them up there. I'm tempted, but I don't want to. Also, I'm going to rage bait people because I know there's going to be some interesting comments. Margaret also. Actually, I'll put her lower even. I'll put it lower because now we have Tristan, who I think is just better than Margaret, so I'm going to put him here. I like Tristan. His kit is good. If it released last year, he'd be very much meta. But he was a good addition to the goddess team with mediocre stats because he's based on an old unit. And he doesn't do anything to help the goddess team win against current meta. Okay? So he's just more nothing. He's just more nothing for the team, right? Beta, I think the best backline we've ever seen in Grand Cross history. I think she's better than NANASHI, but she's stuck to a very specific team, and that hurts her a lot. So I will be doing another tier where I do... they are so broken, but team has to be way too specific niche, so I can't quite give them a higher ranking. There you go. There you go. That's how I feel about them, unfortunately. As much as I like them, I can't. Now let's continue. Sigurd obviously is a very good backline still for the humans and demons, so I'm gonna put him here. Actually, now I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time, where I do backlines, and I'm gonna rank them based on how good they are, except alpha, beta, except beta. Okay. Now another good unit, another very good unit actually, I think, for the human team is this guy, and I'm actually gonna put him in A tier. That's how good I think he is. Not much to be said. Healing is good. Damage can be good. His damage cap and revive can come in super handy. He makes your team live so much longer, which can help with hell, because you could stall out the buff, which I have done as well, right? Like you stall out, you get someone else low, you wait until the main buff on hell expires, then you kill that other person that was low, so the second hell buff goes on them, and then you can kill hell, and then the other person dies, right? And he helps with that game plan. The only thing that honestly I would put him up here if he had a cleanse. If he had a way to cleanse the entire team, he'd be up here. But because Infect exists and the meta team has 2 broken units that has access to it, I can't put him that high, right? So it is what it is. Glocks I'll also just put in okay filler, but like down here with Margaret. Escanor is so strong. I forgot how much damage this freak can do. But yeah, he's really strong. He's really strong. His damage output's crazy. The max HP reduction is like really useful, honestly, against Merlin. The damage he does when he dies is really good as well against Merlin and those freaks. So yeah. Now just remember another unit we can put on here as well that's a bit older, which I love doing when I get the chance to. And now I see her, but I don't see her. Where is she? Come on. Oh no. Okay, is she higher then? The character I'm thinking of is Ragnarok DN. Okay, because not only does she deal with buffs on enemies, she also gives you damage cap for the Ragnarok team, which, if you didn't know, is going to get buffed a lot next week when Brunhild gets her LR. Which I could have waited until next week to make this video, but I wanted to make it now. Now I'd have to find the end as well, which I'm keep looking at these right here, and then like this. Oh, there she is. Why is she separated, bro? Oh, I lost her. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Why did my cards do that? There she is. Okay, thank God. I will put her here, but next week she's going to be here or here maybe even. So actually I'm gonna put her here. I'll put her here, yeah. For now, it's very difficult to say with her because I also haven't seen her more. Like everyone else, I've played 100,000 times, but these, I'm like her. I've actually faced a couple times, but I'm not too sure. You give her Red Tarmiel. Oh, you give her Red Tarmiel. They still have Infect, so they can still kill her in 3 cards. Yeah, actually, I gotta put it down here. But next week, we'll see, right? Next week, we'll see. Because even if that's the case, right? Even if they have to do Infect and then use 2 more cards to kill her, that's still like a whole turn that's dedicated to killing her. That you don't have on other units. And then they still have to buff strip her of the hell buff. Yeah, and I'm gonna put her up. I'm gonna put her up again. Okay. I'm gonna put her up again. Yeah. Thor, another excellent filler. She does good damage. She is just like, if you don't have Melim and you don't have these 2, you need a 3rd unit and you want damage, you run Thor. But that's like her only use case, really. Zahard I have to try. I'll have to try with Hell, because maybe there's some shenanigans. Maybe I'll have to try. Bond, same thing. He's strong. I've seen him be used quite a lot recently. He's good AoE damage. But yeah, I'd have to put him in this tier as well. He's not as strong as you'd like. This guy is still a good backline, just kind of outdone by this guy in almost every way. Basic stats matter way more than attack rate stats nowadays. So yeah. Biggest damage destruction when he comes out, I'd argue they're both as useful. Sigurd probably more useful. The damage he does on impact is really useful. Lilia, same thing. I'll put her here now, but I feel like she's always on the edge. Like she might be meta, she's not meta. I'm not sure, but I can't call her meta right now, right? There's a lot of bad units on the game. LS is the same thing. He's like a niche unit you can run. I'm gonna put him down here because he can remove buffs, right? Nascent is really good, helps you stall. I can't put him higher. And that's the issue of the human team, right? Angelhard, same thing. I'm actually gonna put her down here. She is unfortunately very worthless, but she exists. Good backline, right? Good backline. I'd say Sigurd's probably still stronger. Yiwa is still good in the meta. Most people don't run her now though, but she can cook. The thing is, Hell does deal with her really well. So I actually will, yeah, I can't put up there either. Yeah, it's tragic. There's so many units that are just gate kept from greatness. So many of them. Gelda is okay. She's an okay demon filler if you don't have Esterosa or Demiurge, one of the two. Baldur is also really strong right now. I have to put him meta. Oh, I can't quite put him on this tier, but I can put him on this tier. He's very strong. She doesn't work. She doesn't work. I keep thinking about her. She's like in the back of my head the entire time. I don't see her. I don't see her. Like, I tried her for a while because I was like, oh, damage cap for humans. But it doesn't work. She doesn't do anything else, and then she just feels bad to run. So I can't confidently put her there. She was like the human attempt at giving them something against the one-shots, but that's what they're still missing. They're still missing one of those broken-ass mechanics. Elaine's the same thing. I can put her up here as well. She's good enough to be like a third slot still. But the fairies, they don't have the luxury of allowing her on the team, really. The fairy team kind of comes in 3 units now. Now you need these two, right? You need her backline for no other fairy ever is going to be backline for fairies. Like, she's always going to be the best backline for the next 5 years, I promise. She is broken. I feel like you're trolling if you don't run her on fairies. Right, so it's 1 unit on the field, that's 1 in the back. Then you probably, if you run a full fairy team, run Ella King, and then Lancelot, because you can't do like a Lancelot and then Green Elaine, like that'd be worse than this guy. If you do a full fairy team, because you don't need more damage, you need ways to be able to be allowed to deal damage, right? So you need to be able to remove the retrogression. You need to be able to bypass the damage cap, and she doesn't help you with any of that, right? She just makes the number bigger, which Lancelot doesn't need help with, essentially, right? Any fairy, like no fairies really need help with making their number bigger. They need help with making their bigger number actually do something, okay? And she doesn't do that, so I can't put her that highly. She's still an okay universal backline. If you don't have anyone, if you're a newer player, she's still okay. I will rate this guy as a backline 2. Worse though, that's for sure. I don't want to rank Galand, it'll break my heart. Mazino is also definitely something you can play around with. The shield is still useful. He has the same issue though that he had when he released, is that his kit is broken on paper, but his kit also kind of requires people to be able to die, and no one kind of dies right now. So his passive doesn't really work. Like, you'll get his turn, but he's super strong. And then what? Is he gonna hit the Hell that has retrogression that he can't kill? Or is he gonna hit the Merlin that has damage cap that he can't kill and get disabled by because she has Red Tamiel? Or is he gonna hit the Fraudrin, most likely, and give them ult? Like, there's no good scenario for him, even though his passive is technically broken. So unfortunately, I can't really recommend running him. Meta wise right now, let's see. We have the human team, we have the demon team, we have the fairy team, we have the unknowns covered essentially. There's not much else right now. I think if there's no other units here, I'll scroll through again. If I see them, I'm like, oh yeah, they're doing something. I'm like, you know, there's nothing here. There's nothing else you can actually really run a PvP here. None of these, definitely none of these. Salt Meli, don't even get me started. Nope. I mean, this guy unironically works still. Like, I have to put him here. The Sins team doesn't work. Like, the Sins team doesn't work. I keep looking at Gother and like, this just doesn't work. I mean, I can put him in like the worst tier, I guess. Like, you could run him, I suppose. I also put her in the worst tier because you could run her, I suppose. She wouldn't be completely useless. Now, probably if you want to see bigger numbers, but it's like sort of useless, I'll put her here as well. You don't need it on the unknown team. Like, bigger numbers, so like, people that make other people do bigger numbers now is so useless because you don't need bigger numbers. People's numbers just by themselves are way too big right now, which is why we have the whole, oh, this guy can't die, this guy's a revive, this guy's a shield, this guy's a shield, this guy's a shield, this guy actually doesn't take damage from crits, like all sorts. Right? Oh, she only takes 1 damage when this and this happens. Like that's why we have that, is because there is so much damage. So getting units that make your units do more damage is cool for videos, but useless outside of that. I don't want to rank this Percival. I don't want to rank any of these characters. I mean, she's okay backline, right? She's better than Tristan, I'd say, because she gives you health, which is very valuable. And that's really it. I can put this guy as like a horrible. Where'd he go? No. Actually, I lost him completely now. I've lost him. Oh wait, tier actually is unironically. I mean, you're gonna run the other tier. If you're gonna run a tier, you're gonna run the other tier. None of these are actually like units I would recommend. Like not even this guy. I will rank him though, just to piss people off. I'll put him down there. Because he has infect, yo. He has infect. I know where Levi went, bro. But Levi, I would probably put in like the lowest tier as well. Yeah, there he is. Because he does what the human team needs. He infects, he buff strips, but he dies in one hit. He doesn't really have anything else going for him. It feels horrible clicking his card. And the human team doesn't have the synergy to really follow up on that in a way, right? The human team wants to do single targets. So starting off with an AoE is not that good. You can start off with a single target, I suppose. It doesn't work, but then you're not infecting. Lancelot's just really difficult, man. Like, he's just really difficult to build a team around without making him either too broken or too weak. So, like, low-key, I'll have to bump him down eventually, just because he's making the human team weaker by the sheer fact that he's difficult to place, or like to run in a team. Because there's so much you have to like think about, and if you ignore him and you just play your game and you eventually just AoE, it works. But then the other team, the rest of the team, need to be really strong and not Levi. So, but yeah, there you go. That's my tier list for the current PvP meta. Video's a bit too long. It is what it is. That's it. Good job.